everyone, and welcome. I kind of have people in the wrong positions because I didn't double check before, but I will double check that whilst people are doing some RP. But welcome to the third episode of The Mystery of Melody, a mystery musical where we discover if the myths and legends of Melody Glimmerbloom and the Misty Spiral Inn are true. But first, we have our Gilding Light announcements, and of course, we are so close to unlocking our Todd Stashwick NPC location and item stretch goal on thebardbook.com. Definitely go check that out. And of course, we also have stretch goals coming up featuring Han Cholo, Critical Bard, Mitch Iverson, and David Blue. I apologize if I say anyone's names wrong because names are hard. And of course, don't forget to tune in to twitch.tv/gildinglight, which is right here. Smack that follow button on Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific for a new episode of A Song in the Heart. And of course, our cast right here today is powered by your tips. So if you want to help support us and make sure that we can pay to feed our cats, water our plants, exist, you can use the hashtag TMOM in your donation over at streamlabs.com/gildinglight /tip. And not only do you help support us, but you also get to affect the game. $5 is an inspiration, $10 is a disadvantage, 20 for advantage, 30 for hit dice, and 50 for wild magic. We had wild magic occur for our lovely Dirge before, and now they're ballin' in regards to their charisma. So we'll see what happens next time. Maybe someone will lose a limb. You know? Never know. And with that, I think we have all of our announcements. So we can begin our third episode. Wow. It's already a third episode. We're almost halfway through, you guys. Are you ready? All right. Last episode, our band of bards entered the Misty Spiral Inn, where their every need was accommodated by Happy Ice Blossom and the strange earthy machines that seemed to take on mundane tasks. Césaire ordered a feast for the band, and they all ate and drank their full. Once they settled in, even Sardar drank, well, maybe a little too much, and created a new song that they wanted to perform for Melody Glimmerbloom. We got a little preview of that, so if you want to go listen in on that, definitely go check that episode out. They also sent drinks over to the other table, where a curvy lady in a purple dress with a large hat donned with peacock feathers played some type of what looked like dice game with a mysterious and strange hooded figure with glasses. Whilst they were singing, Dirge and Césaire went to the library to see what they could find out about Melody Glimmerbloom. They did find some information about her younger years, and Dirge spotted a hidden location behind a bookshelf, as well as a book about skulls and other strange things, but nothing of note to himself. Then the party all noticed that everyone was gathering around them into a large ballroom. So they all followed, as you do. And it appeared that they had walked into some sort of pop concert where Melody Glimmerbloom was the star performance. After the events, they all rested, and everyone except Sardar wakes to remember the full happenings of the previous day. Where is it that you all meet up in the morning?
Breakfast. Food. Breakfast.
Breakfast is always a great place. Yeah, do you all agree you want to meet at the breakfast table, or do some of you not meet up at breakfast?
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so Sardar will be there.
Right. Will anyone not be there?
I'll be there, but I've already had a continental breakfast delivered to my room, which I have consumed daintily, but I will show up towards the end of breakfast to meet with everyone else. But I've already eaten.
Césaire shows up, but he's wearing his blankets like a little cloak, just wrapped himself up and just walking towards the table, and is seated down and just kind of numbly staring at the food while wrapped up.
Okay. And yeah, the food that is delivered to the table is just delicious, and it is everything that you could ever want. Whatever you're craving that morning, it is on the menu, and you can order it. And within a short period of time, the food arrives at your table as these creatures that look like trees/machines place them and continually fill up your glasses if you so desire.
I mean, I told them that a complete breakfast included blood sausage and stewed tomatoes, and they were able to accommodate, which is unusual for somewhere in this part of the world.
Is it season for tomatoes right now?
It is not, which makes me think that they were perhaps procured by magic. Or maybe there's a tomato robot walking around somewhere that they pick them from.
Seems as there's a robot for everything around here. Strangely enough.
Yeah, it seems like they're not just the help. They seem very keen on Melody's performance last night. But I feel that one of the other members of the audience, someone more like us, a non-tree robot, seems to have gone missing, which makes me think they've probably been dragged off and ritually sacrificed in order to fuel Melody's longevity, magical power, talent, who knows?
Well, don't you think we would have noticed a ritual sacrifice around here?
Oh no, you do them in the dungeon, and we haven't seen the dungeon yet.
Experience.
That is true. If I were going to do a little bit of conjuring, it would probably be in a dungeon.
Okay.
Would you imagine a sacrificial place be easily seen?
Yeah, and I mean, the person who disappeared was already very culty looking and mysterious with, the hooded robe and all that. So,
Either a dungeon or a really open place with like a big stone table, kind of Aslan style.
I mean,
What's
they may
an
have gone
Aslan?
willingly.
Hooded robe?
Yeah, we saw them in the parlor before the performance. They were playing dice with the one with the big hat.
I saw the hat, for sure. I saw the hat. She was alone.
She most definitely was not. She had a very mysterious companion.
Sada, do you play dice alone? Do you
Is
need
that
a
what
friend?
kids are calling it these days?
Perhaps her partner had just gotten up when I glanced over that way, but my entire time there, I never saw anyone else other than the hat person.
You
I mean,
clearly
you
did.
had been drinking, so perhaps you've blacked it out.
We were
Eva,
all
you-
drinking,
Eva,
but
you
not
know-
that much.
For certain, Sardar saw them. In fact, Sardar wanted to send them a drink. You sent them both drinks.
I mean, at the time, Sadar, we did send them a drink, She's also thinking of all the other ways that she would do a cult like sacrifice and conjuring sort of thing now. If all the different kind of locations, she's a little fixated on it.
Well, if Sarda wasn't incredibly inebriated, and this has the problems with his recollection, then it could be something else. I did notice, Sarda, that you were, let's say, more affected by Melody's performance than the rest of us, who are of, stronger stuff when it comes to.
Okay, well, I might not be the, I might not be able to handle my alcohol, okay? But I do have a watchful eye and a listening ear. I remember us sending drinks over, but just to that one person. I mean, I mean this in earnest.
Yes, and I do think that you are usually very observant. So in this case, the natural conclusion is that something has tampered with your memory.
I don't like that.
I remember us also drinking double the amount of drink we were meant to be drinking.
Oh, that's me. I ordered a lot.
That's right.
But if you sent 2 drinks and someone was playing dice, but you think they were playing alone, which please name one dice game you play alone, euphemism notwithstanding. Sada, are you all right?
So Sarah, I'm confused, quite frankly, right now.
Sure.
Maybe I need to keep
Yeah.
eating the breakfast. The breakfast, maybe that's what I need. Breakfast. More breakfast.
Well, the
Maybe some
food does not
thoughts
seem to be
on-
poisoned, at least. I think if there's anything that poses a risk to us, it is these magical performances, which I'm sure there is another one coming up and we'll be expected to attend. So the question is, until that point, do we want to explore and find our cult sacrifice dungeon before that, so we have more information going in?
Just a quick rewind here. It is weird that there's just a bunch of constructs here that just cheer, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird that someone made a bunch of these just to be an audience for themselves, right?
Well, I mean, it's not weird. It's pretty vain, but
It's lonely.
game knows game. So
Well, sure, but like when you're done, when you practice your instruments, do you just clap for yourself afterwards alone?
Well, it's lonely, so they try
there's
to
no
find
need.
their
If
own
anyone
audience.
overhears, they're enchanted, and I don't have to do that. I wasn't going to bring it up until I had more information, but Césaire, when we were in the library last night before the performance, there was someone eavesdropping on us, I believe, potentially from a hidden corridor. So if we're going to go look for secret passages here in the inn, that might be a good place to start.
Right.
Let's bring our weapons.
Sure.
Good with me.
I never leave without her. And she pats Lucy.
Now, the question is, do we want to try to do this secretly, or whether we want to just openly go there showing our confidence and wherewithal?
Maybe one at a time.
Oh no, we should definitely stay together. And if we get in any sort of trouble, that way I've got someone to push under the bus.
Do we want to synchronize this and put it in slow motion as we enter then as a group? Extra
I mean,
intimidation.
That does sound good. Yeah. That sounds dramatic.
Dramatic can be nice.
There's nothing wrong with a bit of flair.
All right, so if everyone's fueled up, let's make our way to the library.
All right.
Césaire's gonna grab just like a handful of boiled eggs and eat them as we're walking.
It's just,
Yeah, Eva immediately just finishes as much as she can as quickly as possible.
I am going to cast mage armor on myself.
All right. I think it lasts like 8 hours.
And I'm going to grab a biscuit. Another one.
As the party snags different types of foods and Dirge casts some protective spells upon himself, they make their way to the library. Now, Dirge, are you going straight to the place where you had noticed something peculiar about the bookshelf, or are you perhaps all scouting and looking if there's anything else interesting in the library? Or maybe some of you, as it's your first time in the library, are you looking for a book in particular?
Well, it depends. Is there anyone else in the library, or is it just us?
You look in the library and you primarily see more of these constructs so you think are constructs. These earthy machine type creatures, cleaning books, putting books up on shelves, cleaning windows. It just looks like they're doing very mundane tasks around the library. Give me a perception check, Dirge.
That is an 8.
Yeah, you don't see anything else that looks out of place. You don't see any person of sorts that seems out of place.
My distraction is from the fact that I was trying to come up with a clever name for these tree robots, because tree robots just doesn't roll off the tongue. I think I'm going to call them ravers, because they're raving fans of melodies, and they do like light show performances and glow stick waving and all that. So yeah, they're called ravers now. We will all refer to them as such.
I'm gonna call out to the robots to get their attention.
They're called ravers. We literally just went over this.
Sure. What do you say to them, Césaire?
Excuse me. I need you all to do something for me.
Yes.
Please come over here.
How may I assist you?
All right.
They all kind of turn to you. It's like a group of 4 of them, and they all say this at once.
I need all of you to run around the entirety of the inn for me 5 times.
For what purpose?
It's a magic thing, you know. I have certain esoteric things I need to in order to prep my abilities, and you know, I just need you to do this for me. Usually I have other people I can ask to do this, but I really need all of your help. I need you all to, in sequence, run 5 times around the entirety of the building.
We do not compute, but we will do this task for you.
Thank you. Do I need to roll any kind of check for this?
I don't think so, but I
No,
would
because they're
say
suckers and conformists.
they kind of just do what you want. But roll me a persuasion check, just to see how long, like if they go for the full length of it, or if they get to a point where they're like, "What are we doing?" Or if someone decides to look into their programming to see what they're doing, right?
That's a 30.
Yeah, they're gonna go run around the building 5 times. It's going to take them a long time. The building is pretty big. Yeah, you see them all one at a time line up, and then they begin like little jogs to get their speed up in place, and then they just start jogging in a line out the door. And now you are alone in the room. So I'm blessed. My fiance just sneezed very loud in another room.
Bless you.
That'll
so
give
funny,
him a
this
bonus on his next
microphone-
sneeze.
I know this microphone doesn't pick up a lot, but like sometimes his sneezes and coughs, it really picks it up. I don't know.
Just that right pitch.
Yeah, it's like the perfect almost. It's not. It picks it up as like a voice or
Frequency.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that we've cleared the area, that was quite clever to say. I would have just told them to do it because it suits me and I am their lord. But your excuse seems to have worked.
I put another egg in my mouth. Sure.
I think I felt the presence of this observer over here, behind this bookcase. This particularly tatty-looking one.
Go over to the bookshelf, and because you spotted something strange there before, you know there's something there. Now, how it works, how you move this bookshelf, where it goes, you're not certain. Would some of you like to investigate what's going on this area?
I would indeed.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a backseat searcher and give feedback to the other people as they touch things and pull possibly trapped things.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
want to eat eggs.
You could have just, and then Cesar just in the back.
You just must
I
sit
love
back
it.
and like let Sadar and Eva just go to town. Look at the
Just look at their-
enthusiastic
It makes
children
sense,
go.
actually. The two of you are
Poking
always
things
like,
with the
I'm
drumstick. I'm
gung-ho.
just like, okay.
I know how much you enjoy
No.
this part of adventuring, so I'm going to let you be in your element.
So what do we got? You have a 13 from Eva. Was anyone else investigating?
In fact, can I use a lucky to try that again?
Yeah, you did have a reroll, right?
I got a nat 20.
Oh yeah, I have a reroll from last week.
Yeah.
Do that.
You could use your reroll, and then that's it. We have no more donation effects.
You hear that, chat? It's time to donate. Our very lives are at stake. Well,
Fair.
I mean their lives, but you know.
Yeah, so 21 with that nat 20.
Ooh, a 21. Eva, on the other hand, not doing so hot. I think you re-rolled worse.
Yeah, I rerolled worse. Gotta love that.
2 and 11, but that's okay. So we have an 11 and a 21. I think,
Her mind is still thinking of all the different cult places she
yeah,
could go to.
Eva's
and do
thinking
rituals.
about where this could take her, and less about how to get it to activate. And is searching around, but really not being that helpful. In fact, maybe at some point Sardar getting in your way. But you are fairly tall, right? How tall are you?
He's like 6 foot.
Yeah, you're like
No,
6
no.
foot. And you're able to
Almost.
reach a shelf that maybe Eva can't really see. And you put your arm up onto the side of there, and you actually find it's not a book, actually. There is a little figurine. It looks almost like a ballerina sitting on the shelf in between a set of books. And you kind of spin the ballerina around a little bit, a couple times, and you hear a click. And you pull the ballerina down, and the bookshelf begins to slide open. Just a crack. You can peek into the other side. And as you look in, it looks like a dark hallway. Only because the light coming from the windows of the room that you're in are shining in through this slight slit in the door that you can actually see that it's a hallway. Otherwise, it looks fairly dark.
It's time to play my favorite game in adventuring, saying, who's got dark vision?
Might.
Everyone's like, do I have dark vision?
I think so.
We're about to find out.
Pretty sure, yeah.
I
mean,
no, I
yeah.
can jump really high.
That's
Just
nice, I
good.
guess.
I usually don't, but I do.
Less useful right now, but
I
still,
don't think
good for you.
Cesar does.
Oh yeah, racial trait for tiefling.
Yeah, it's a
Dark
racial
vision.
trait usually. Dirge definitely does. I think Eva does. Correct?
Yeah.
All right, Cesare. So we're going to see stuff that you can't, but don't worry, it's only in shades of grey, so you're really not missing that much. Although I quite like it
Sardar
monochromatic
can't
like that.
as well.
What? Sardar is an
Oh,
elf.
no, Sardar can. Yes.
Yes.
You're good. So everyone can except for our our satyr friend.
If we get to a point where you do need to do some extreme jumping, we will let you know.
In fact, here, and I'll use one of my wild shapes and go into starry form. So there's a bright light, 10-foot radius coming from me now.
Oh,
As
oh,
I become all little. Oh, sorry, I'll dim it a little.
oh, great. Just happened all at once. I'm sorry. It's just
You realize, of course, that also means that anyone in this darkness will now see us coming.
You know, I've also got torches.
same problem.
Yes, but less intensive a resource.
It's not as flareful. We
You
were
know
just
what else will
talking-
draw people's attention? This conversation that we're having right now. So why don't we
Right.
proceed again, but silently, going forward at least.
So Sarah, the College of Eloquence bard, turns to Dirge with a mouthful of eggs. What do you mean?
You know how I love to watch you chew.
I hate when people chew. It's like the worst sound. We have Eva who switches into this starry form and projects this light. And what is the order that you're going to go into this space? You can really only fit one at a time. So it'll be in order, in a line that you can fit into this small space.
Well, I am definitely the meat, the good part of the sandwich, in the center.
I'll be the crusty bread up front.
Sardar at the front.
I'll be the bit of lettuce then, I guess, behind Sardar, so that Cesare still has some light in which to see ahead.
Okay. Does that mean you're taking up the rear then, Cesare?
It'll be the butt.
All right.
The butt of the sandwich.
Okay.
Better than being the butt of the joke.
I was going to say that, but I knew you would as well, and I wanted you to have that.
Just a mental high five to Dirge.
A little Angus, you know. You all move into this tiny space behind the bookshelf. Do you close the bookshelf behind you, or do you leave this crevice open?
I close it behind us.
All right. You hear the sound of a bookshelf sliding across, and it closes. And then you hear a latch behind you.
Can Sardar just look back and see if there's any sort of switches immediately visible?
Yeah,
that might open it back up.
investigation. Roll me an
Maybe
investigation.
there's an evil version of that ballerina for this other side.
Oh, nat 20. 21.
What? All right, nat 20. Yeah, you see that it's less of an object on this side. It's actually one of the brick pieces along this wall. So along the side walls is this gray brick, and the floor itself is made out of some kind of like cement. It feels very kind of cold, actually. You feel a cold gust as you're getting inside of here, and you notice that one of the bricks is a little loose, and you jiggle it a little bit, and you open it up, and you can see inside there's like a little button that you can hit. You look like maybe if you just push it down, that perhaps something will unlatch on the other side.
Not yet, but this is our way out, potentially, if we don't find any other sort of ways. And I put the brick back and
All right.
resume my position.
I will feel incredibly disappointed if we have to go back out this way. I mean, I'm thinking there's got to lead to some other secret doors in other cooler places.
There's always cooler doors, that's true.
Oh, maybe one of those paintings where the eyes cut out and you can look through and, you know, so people don't know it's you. They just see the eyes of the painting move and they go, ugh, creepy.
Or maybe a suit of armor that you could crawl inside.
These are all excellent options, but I'm going to try to modulate my expectations.
Now, are you all planning to stealth and go forward, or what is your plan as you walk down this corridor?
I mean, we could stealth and then we'd miss out on all of this great banter.
As they're ahead of me, I'm going to stealth so that if anybody shows up in front of us, no one's going to take notice of me.
Ooh. So you're just trying to like stealth while they're all talking?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone who wishes to be stealthy, roll me a stealth check.
I think Eva is assigned herself to the fact, like, I'm just kind of a bit of a glowing thing right now.
Makes sense. Yeah.
That's going to be a 24. Am I the only person in this party who has stealth?
I mean, yeah, I've got it. I just don't care to use it.
Yes.
Fair enough.
So 24.
24.
All right.
I'll save it for when I really need it.
Anyone else? So just Sardar. Or just Cesar. All right. That makes sense. You're behind. It'll be easier for you to kind of like stay in the shadows. As the four of you walk forward and Sardar kind of like charging at the forefront, it takes you a while as you walk down this corridor before you actually reach anything of significance. It seems like this hallway goes quite a bit. It winds, it turns, it goes left, it goes right. And you're not really sure where it's taking you. And as you get further along, you actually see there are sconces on the left and right as you get further into this. So you could turn those on if you wished, or you can continue in the darkness if you would like. And you do find at some point a set of staircases.
Going down?
Going down.
This is the dungeon.
I mean, yes, I'm thinking cult dungeon, easy.
You know, one day I really look forward to when they do sky dungeons. You know, why do they always have to be so underground?
Oh no, you can definitely do sky dungeons. You do it on the top of your wizard's tower, and like if you want to put someone there, you know, you could tie them to a rock so that vultures pick out their liver, or you know, whatever it is that you do when you want to torture someone. But yeah, I mean, sky dungeons I think are going to be a new trend.
I'm looking forward to that day.
Morbid thought. Has anyone been to the top of this building yet?
No, we haven't.
No. We've
I
only
mean, if
gone
we
where
survive
we've been
finding the
guided
dungeon,
to.
you know, maybe that can be next on our list.
Sure, I don't
Makes
know.
sense.
I'll add it on with a little checkmark box.
I'll add it to my checkmark box. Love it.
All right, well, dungeon hole, let's go.
Let's press on.
All right. You press forward. And as you make your way into this, down the staircase, Sardar, make me a reflex save.
I'm not shitting you. Nat 20.
Ah!
What is
So
this?
that-
Sardar's
yeah, that's
dice. I think London just bought a whole new set of dice. We've kind of got him addicted to buying dice at this point.
Yeah.
You dodge out of the way of like the side of the staircase, a big gust of what looks like some kind of green smoke comes flying out. You're only gonna take half the damage, but it's gonna be a little bit sorry.
I'll take it.
Wow, I roll a lot of. A 38. So half of 38 is 24 or 14. I can't do math.
That's
19.
19.
not 100, 19.
You said
Okay.
it was 38? Yeah, half of that is
38.
19.
Yeah, it's 19. Ooh, can't do math. 19. Yes. You take 19 damage.
What kind of damage is this?
Of poison. Poison
Okay.
damage.
Got
comes
it. Got it.
Flying towards you from underneath this side of this staircase.
Cool. And I just obviously alert everyone else with my
Oh, gee.
squelch of pain.
Oh, Sadar, what's going on? Why you scream?
It's trapped up ahead. Don't
Oh.
move. It's poison. It's a puff of it. Don't get excited, Dirge.
I mean, you've triggered it at this point, so you've done your job. I think the rest of us are probably safe.
Unless it resets.
Eva scowls at Dirge.
Can we see your eyebrows when you're in that form?
Just these little constellations.
Yeah. Yeah, a little lower.
Like Orion's belt just goes.
Yeah. Exactly. Big Dipper's form, you know.
Yes, it's a sort of disappointed astrology I'm seeing here.
Disappointed in Celestial, you know. But she will then try and do some healing on Sadar.
Well, let's get past it first and then patch people up. I mean, if it is going to reset, like Cesare says, it probably takes some time. So let's get on the other side of it, and that's when we can bust out the arcane band-aids.
Now, there are several ways that you could do this. You can try to disable this trap, or you can just tank it, or you can try to jump over it.
I already passed it.
You're past it, Sardar. You tanked it. That was your your option
Okay.
there.
Gotcha.
Can I Cirque du Soleil over it?
But with a 20, you kind of gather that those are the options that you have here. Yeah, you could totally try to acrobatics.
Come on.
See, now I wish I had the jumping ability. I see your value, Cesare. Are you happy now?
That's all I ever wanted. Eating an egg.
Eva now making sure that Sadar is like at least standing before they continue. Yeah, she'll attempt to kind of straight up acrobatic up, diddle up, chili, way her way
With a
over
16,
with a 16.
you make it over. There's a slight bit that looks like you might have just about hit it with a little bit of your starry form, like one star off, and you might have triggered it.
Oh,
You see thumbs ups from like a shape of a thumb in the star facing your direction. Dirge, it's your turn. How would you like to traverse past this?
I mean, this is difficult. If I don't have a mind to manipulate or make afraid of me and all these sort of things, I mean, these simple mechanical things are really not my forte.
It's almost like the GM knows that that's your weakness. It's fine.
I mean, if I were to conjure an unseen servant, could he hold me aloft and carry me past it?
I don't think they can carry that much because they can only carry up to like 10 pounds, I think, right?
That's Mage Hand, which I also have, but in Unseen Servant it just says, perform simple tasks at my command. Oh, and it does have a strength of 2, so yeah. That probably defeats that.
I don't think it's carrying you.
Oh dear.
With a 2, I think it could probably carry a very small, maybe a few pounds.
So thinking out loud here, I mean, does it seem like it's triggered and then it goes off and then there is a window in which it's safe to go past it?
You could investigate it and see, but as far as you can tell, or as far as Sardar could tell from the high roll, it looks like you can either tank it, disable it, or jump over it.
So at this point, who is left to go past? Is it just me and Cesare?
Yes, correct.
All right. I mean, I think I'd like to observe how Cesare circumvents it with his jumping ability. And I mean, it's win-win for me because if he makes it over, yay, my friend made it. And if he doesn't, I'll see if there's a window in which it is safe.
Hey, Dirge, how much do you weigh?
Oh, I mean, that's rather rude, but maybe, I don't know, 150?
It's a real shame. I can only really do 135.
I mean, no, I'm definitely not 135. I think I'd look sickly if I were 135. I mean, I'm only 5'10", so...
Listen, why don't you just give it all your might to jump and just hope that Sada can catch you?
Oh, no, that seems really unseemly. Why don't you show me a demonstration of your jumping ability, and maybe I can model it on that.
Listen, I'm just waiting for you to finish up your mental mind games of what you're going to do to circumvent this trap.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm certainly thinking of clever things and dignified ways to get past this.
Have you considered having an invisible servant walk onto the trap to see if it's armed?
Well, yes. I mean, I was thinking if there's a sort of button of some sorts, that the mage hand might be a good thing to press it. But I mean, I'd kind of like to see if there's a what do they call it? Like a recuperative period for the trap after it's been sprung.
Sure. I'm going to jump over. Thanks to Mirthful Leaps, I'm going to add a D8 to the amount of distance that I jump.
Okay.
In acrobatics, that is going to be 23 on the acrobatics, with an additional 5 feet to cover.
You make it over.
Yeah, I'm just going to jump over and just let Dirge figure out how he's going to do his wonderful bypass of the trap.
So it was not triggered in any way, you just cleared it?
Yes.
All right. Well, then, using my memory of seeing it first triggered, I am going to get as close to it as I can before it is triggered, and then I'm going to use my mage hand to try to just give the wall a good slap in that area and disrupt it, trigger it, do whatever I can, and then I'm going to try to jump over it.
Okay.
Right after I believe it's been triggered.
Okay. So your creature's gonna kind of slap it, try to...
And my sort of skeletal hand will give it a touch more than a caress, a bit of a backhanded
presses
slap.
it. What's its HP? It's probably gonna die.
I don't think it has hit points, but
I'm pretty sure they do.
It's not affected by anything. It's just a... Let's see.
And I will let you roll your acrobatics at advantage.
All right.
With that nifty idea. Clever.
All right, so it's a
advantage
22.
Was handy. 22. Your other option was a 4? Was that what it was?
Yeah, 18 or a 4 plus my +4 bonus. So yeah,
right.
it could have been an 8, but it was
Could have
not.
been worse. It was not. With the 22, yeah, it works out for you. The splash of poison comes flinging towards this hand, but you find a slight timing just to make it over. And
I'm thinking I'm doing a kind of a twirl, like a sort of dance through the raindrop sort of thing. I mean, nothing unseemly like leaping, more of a kind of one of these, like a sort of pirouette past it.
Yeah. 100%.
Like the ballerina we just saw outside, you know.
True. Like the ballerina. Right. You made it past. Now, what's your plan as you move forward? As you go down the stairs, it still looks like there's quite a few stairs to go down. You can't see the bottom quite yet.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna send Sardo out in front again, I guess we should patch him up. I think we had already had somebody volunteer to do that.
You ready, Sadar?
Yes, thank you, friend.
I think it's a. Let me double check which one it is, and I'll message you, Sadar, how much you can.
Okay.
You should be able to cast the heal from your sheet too, depending on what you're giving him. And then after healing up, taking a moment, you get the starry form touching you and healing you up. What is your plan? Are you going to continue going down the stairs? Are you going to stealthily? Are you going to kind of on the lookout now that you've triggered something? Or are you just going to keep just walking into stuff and tanking it?
Definitely on the lookout now. Definitely keeping an eye out for any more sort of stair traps or anything.
The other thing too is, if this is used, is it not triggered by the people who normally use it, or they know some other way of circumventing it?
Sure.
Just wondering if that would, give us some sort of context as to future things we should avoid, or maybe some way to circumvent any future traps.
I mean, if you don't know off the top of your head, you can roll a survival check to see what you know about these types of traps.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did not mean to roll it twice there.
You're good.
23.
Dirge with the 7. Dirge is asking this because Dirge doesn't know.
Oh, I know. I'm just going, but then when someone comes up with the answer, I will just nod emphatically, like, yes, that is what I thought as well.
Sure, yeah. Sardar, with your, did you say 20? Jeez.
23.
23.
This was just a 19 I rolled.
This is just 19, guys. It's not a big deal.
Weird flex, but okay.
With the 23, yeah, these type of traps for sure. There are ways to disable them. In fact, some people have ways to disable traps in a whole section. They could be on like a line together that like disables and enables. Some of them are magical. This looks like a more mechanically created thing. It doesn't look like it's necessarily magically triggered. So cool. You could totally turn it on and off, and you could even probably disable the single trap as well.
This is very functional. If I ever get an evil magical lair like Melody, I will be sure to implement some of these things myself.
It sure is effective, I'll tell you that. So can I look at that singular one and see if like they're all on some sort of circuit? Am I able to try to like pop one out and mess with it like that?
Sure, you want to try to. Do you have any like thieves' tools or tinkering tools?
Let's see what I got. Nothing like that. No.
Okay,
Never mind.
Then roll me an investigation. If you had tools, it would be a little bit easier. The DC is going to be a little harder.
No, I thought you would never run into a problem you couldn't beat into submission with your sticks.
You could just, shove your stick in there.
I could. 17?
17 doesn't quite hit the mark of figuring out how to disable this, but you do see that it is very much, now that you're looking at it, 17 doesn't make it trigger or anything like that. You don't, fail that hard off, but you're just a little bit off. You just can't quite figure out how to disable it, but you do figure that it is linked. So if you were able to find the source of where these are all linked, like some kind of control panel that controls them all, you could disable probably all the traps in that corridor.
Control panel, that's what we need. Does anyone see one?
It is a very high DC. They're in a very high level. They're all level 10, just so you all know. They also have high DCs. It'd be a lower DC if you had tools. If you had like thieves tools or tinkering tools, it would probably be like a 15 DC.
It's either that or we just continue carefully. But I don't know how careful we can be, depending on how many of these traps there are.
Ava, don't you have some sort of animal friends you can conjure or something that are of less value than our good friend here, Sardar?
I mean, I could go ahead myself for a little while.
I mean, that's the thing, though, is if you're hurt, who's going to patch up the rest of us? So I was just wondering if you had some, little star squirrels or star marmots. Or, I mean, I don't know how you do your stuff.
Starmuts.
Yeah, we don't want you to get hurt. Please, don't do that.
Unfortunately, I think they're all kind of stuck to me, these stars. After all, they were once my freckles.
So,
Well, I mean, I could send my servant ahead. I mean, I'm not sure if Jeeves here will trigger anything. I mean, he is invisible and not very substantial.
Yes, Sada.
worth a shot. But yes, Cesare, Starmadillos.
If you don't have any of those, we should make friends with some. Or cower into
Starmasauruses.
submission. I mean, whatever the situation demands. All right, so I'm going to perform Unseen Servant as a ritual. It's 10 minutes, but you can play some Yahtzee or whatever it is you do to pass the time while I do it.
You sunk my battleship.
Gotcha.
Ah, yes, Battleship Spelljammer Edition, a favorite of mine.
You conjure up this. What does it look like?
Nothing. Jeeves is invisible.
Okay.
And he doesn't complain, which is one of the things I like the most about him. His silence is his best feature, I think.
He's neither
Send
seen.
him- Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It's like he's neither seen nor heard. This
Exactly, like children should be. Yeah.
I just love that Dirge just like, can't you summon something just to like die and sacrifice its life for us? It's fine.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's an added benefit because then I could take its soul, whereas Jeeves is just,
Do you
doesn't
send
have a soul.
So you're just sending it forward down the stairs in front of you all.
Yeah, and I'm
All right.
telling him to be quite ornery. Just
How
give
many
things
feet can it
slaps
move?
and pushes.
How many feet can it move in front of you, or meters?
I think
or
it's
whatever?
30 feet. Let me look.
Okay, so you go 30
quick.
feet at a time.
While he's sending Jeeves ahead, while he's ritual casting, can I send my familiar forward?
Sure. That's what you want to do. What does your familiar look like? We
And you
haven't
think
actually
I'm
gotten-
awful?
We haven't actually gotten to see your familiar.
It's a friend.
Oh, it showed up in the first episode for like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Very subtly. Describe it as it climbs out of, where is it currently, in a pouch or something?
No, it climbs out from my mess of my messy bed
Like
hair.
in your hair? Yeah. I love
Yeah,
it.
just kind of and just flies forward down the chamber.
All right. And it's got
and
a little
wha-
suit on still, right? It has a little
Yes,
bow
it
tie.
does.
Yeah, a little.
Yes,
it
it
has a
does.
little bow tie, and it flies down. And you're gonna just have it go down to the bottom of the corridor. and
Yeah,
come back
I'm
up.
going to let me see here. While it's with, let's see here. As an action, I'm going to see through my familiar's eyes.
Mhm.
And just sit there for about 10 minutes unmoving, as if I'm still present with everybody, and just see through my familiar's eyes as it flies down.
Yeah. It's like a raven or a crow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It
It's a-
kind of flies up. It's kind of staying higher as like the traps seem to be lower, and it flies down, and you can see through its eyes. Not quite as it's not similar to you in vision. The vision that you see is much clearer, actually, than Cicera's vision, probably. And it blinks and it kind of looks out, and you can see that it gets closer to the bottom of the staircase, and it can see a door. It is a large chained door. It looks like some kind of like looping lock mechanism that's around it. And it looks like maybe like a couple gems that are situated by the keyhole.
How many gems are there?
Two.
Two? Okay. Are they of any kind of particular shape or just gem shape?
They look emeraldy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Do you have jewel crafting tools or anything like that?
I don't, but that would be very Cicere. Let me check my equipment real quick just in case I do and I'm forgetting. Because that too would be like Cicere.
But yeah, you would think that just from looking at the shape that they're maybe some kind of green emerald.
Okay. Can I tell anything else about the store?
I think that's all you can tell from just looking at it, from the vision of your raven.
Just unprompted, Cicere calls out, "There's a door at the bottom of these stairs. Some gems in it. Locked."
Did you send your metal raven?
I can't hear him.
No, you can't. You ask him a question, Dirge. He doesn't respond.
I look at the other two and go, ugh, I hate that thing.
It's probably dirty too, because it like hangs out in his hair.
Yes, I was about to say, yeah.
I'm gonna call it back to me.
All right, takes a little bit of time, and obviously by then, Dirge, you're completed with your ritual.
If I see this raven return, I will. I try to dissimulate, but I'm obviously in some way afraid of it.
Yeah, you kind of slide backwards as it's going past you to get back to Cesar, Cicere, who's behind you in this line, because it's Sardar first, then Eva, then you, and then Cicere.
All right, so I'm going to send Jeeves on ahead of us, and let's follow along behind. If you hear any clicks or anything like that, just duck and cover, I guess.
All right. You send Jeeves forward, 30 feet in front of you all, and you get almost all the way down the stairs with nothing happening, and you're like, well, maybe that was kind of pointless, but at least we're all safe, I suppose. But upon touching the last staircase, it appears that the weight shifts a little bit, and you feel a little bit of shaking in the hallway itself. And up above you, from behind the four of you, you see a wall open up and a boulder come sliding out. And this large ball that has kind of moss flung around it, it's a very green, mossy ball, starts clunk, clunk, coming down the stairs towards you. And as it hits each of the stairway, it starts speeding up. And in front of you, about 30 feet in front of you, is a locked door.
Did that sound ominous? It was sounding ominous.
Please hurry.
Well, if we just run forward, hopefully it'll just go over our heads. We can just dodge it. That's what I'm thinking. But if that doesn't work, I'd like to try to use my reaction to cast the shield spell over my head, like a magical umbrella. If it by chance attempts to make contact with my beautiful face.
All right. It's pretty far behind you all, but you can see it blockading the wall, or the hallway up at the top of the stairs. It's coming down, and it's getting faster.
Oh,
So
okay.
behind you,
So if we
up
if we
above
don't
the
get this
stairs-
door open, we're smushed.
Yeah, you're gonna get, pancaked into the wall. Or so you think. That's what you see.
Well, who among us has the greatest ability to circumvent this lock? And I will give them a very, very inspiring pep talk before they attempt it. Don't have any actual experience with picking locks, but I can say a few things that might perk up your spirits and make you not consider the fact that we're all going to die a horrible pancaked death if you, in fact, are not able to open this door and save us all.
DM, can I get a description of the door again?
What would you like to do to the door?
Can you give me a description of the door again?
Yeah. It is what looks like an iron door, and it has a lock that is around the handles. And then there are two gems, two green gems above near where a keyhole would be.
Cool. How much of a penalty am I going to face if I try and pick the lock with a dagger?
I mean, you can always try.
Sure.
Maybe,
Sure.
How far apart are these two green gems? Are they about the same distance as a set of eyes? Is it one of those things that, scans your eyes to recognize your face or something?
Potentially. Do you get?
Why don't
close
you
enough to
gaze
try?
deeply into its emerald gaze? And you do have inspiration if it decides to zap you or control your mind or something like
Just
that.
gaze into the sparkling sphincters.
I'm gonna try and pick the lock first. What am I adding to my D20 roll, Dirge?
It's just bardic inspiration. I think it's a D8 at this point. Let me look.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a flat 20 overall.
Okay.
We call that one a dirty 20.
Nice. A dirty 20. Whilst Cesare is unlocking the lock on this door, what are the other three of you doing? And I'm guessing you're shuffling so that Cesare can get in front. So now they are in front and the rest of you are behind them. Because this space is only really for one person in a row, right?
I'm certainly not the one closest to the boulder.
Currently you are.
I guess I'll rearrange to be right behind Cesare so Cesare can still see because it's still kind of
Okay.
dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Sardar,
Yeah.
do you want to be behind then? Is that how we're shuffling?
Yeah, so kind of how this worked is Sardar pushes himself out of the way,
Excuse me?
to make room.
Excuse me.
Just okay, this way, this way.
Mind the vest.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Sorry.
So that now I'm in the back.
Yeah, and Sardar, you can see the boulder is coming closer. It's speeding down, and you hear clunk, 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 clunk down the staircase. And Cesare is just going at this lock. You get one undone. Cesare, you pull it off of the latch around the one door handle. I just knocked a bunch of dice everywhere. And you can see that it's still wrapped around the other handle.
I'm gonna try and unlock it again. Unlock the other one with a
right.
dagger.
Go for it.
Could I get another bardic inspiration? Anybody?
Hey, you can do it. I really, truly believe in you. You can do it if you be in Hewitt. She
Cesare
starts
gives-
just releasing jingles all to do with you can do it. Nike, you can do it. Just do it even as fast as possible. That would be great.
Cesare gives you a look of just. Oh, that's spicy. So spice. Jesus, I like this one a lot more. That's gonna be a 27.
Hey,
With this jingle, at first you're like, really? But then you're like, all right, yeah, actually, I'm getting into the groove. And you're able to slide this dagger into the little bits, and you pull the chain off. Sardar, you can see this boulder getting closer and closer to you all. As Cesare, you have gotten the chain off the door. Now, Are you gonna go to try to like push the door open? What's your plan?
Yeah, I'm gonna just one hoof on the door, just kick it open.
All right. Roll me a athletics.
I deeply wish you had said acrobatics. I can't stress enough how much I wish you had
Acrobatics
said acrobatics.
is not gonna kick the door open.
I got a 15.
15. You go to kick the door, but the door does not quite budge. And in fact, upon your leg touching the door, the green gems, something seeps out of them, and you can feel it's like a weird, sticky slime that is attaching to you. It's not nice. You're gonna take a little damage.
Is this a spell effect?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Do you have anything to help you with that, or no?
Advantage on saving throws.
You're going to take 20 damage. There's no saving throw. You triggered it to open.
Could you just attach a saving throw just for funsies? Because I would love that.
You want me to also do more damage? Sure.
No.
Take the
Tempting, but no.
the 20 as your leg is encased in this like weird goop, and your leg is kind of stuck to the door now. Sardar, this giant boulder is coming. It's coming down the staircase towards you.
How far away is it?
At this point, it's 90 feet away.
Okay.
You think that 2 more rounds is gonna squash you.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna keep moving down the stairs closer to everybody else. All right, hurry up. It's coming. Is what I kind of say as I'm.
Sada,
descending.
can you break the door open, please? Thank you. If you look over, there's just my one leg stuck to the door.
Did you try pulling it?
I'm gonna pull on the door,
The door handles.
on the door handle.
You pull on the door handles while your leg is like propped up, and the door that has like your leg stuck to it doesn't quite budge, but the other one does open. and
I
swings
hate
open.
this door.
You kicked it. I don't know why you kicked it.
He was trying to buck tradition.
You pull the
There you
door
go.
open, and it opens, but your leg is still stuck to this door, like your other leg is still stuck to the door. The door does open, and inside of the room that you can see is this large circulatory room. In the bottom, have you ever seen those things where it's like a bowl, and then like a ball could go down and fall into a hole type of thing? That's what it looks like. It's like this giant bowl, and in the bottom is like a hole. And that's what you can see as you like open the door. And around there are like sconces, and they're glimmering in a light green light.
Can I yank my door, my foot off the door? My door.
It's your door now.
It's your door now, yeah.
Roll me on athletics
Step
to try to
ka-chunk. Step ka-chunk.
roll me
Acrobatics.
athletics to try to pull your leg off the door.
That's gonna be a 16.
Yeah, you're able to. I think maybe even you kind of cut some of the slime with a little bit of the dagger, and you tug, and you're able to get off the door. You all rushing in now? Now that you can get through this one door.
Does the sir have a bald patch where he's been waxed, where the goop was stuck to his leg fur here?
Oh yeah, it's matted into their fur, and not. Yeah, they might need a little bit of bath.
Like bubble gum.
Yeah, it's like it's very much like bubblegum in your hair.
But I mean, the patch that you tore out, your skin is very smooth underneath that. It's
A little shave.
Fawn fresh?
I hate this and you both. Sada, you've moved up in the world.
So are there alcoves in this room where we could basically hide while this boulder that's following us enters the room, spirals around it, and then goes into this hole, is what I'm assuming?
Do you all rush into the room? Okay. You all rush into
I mean,
the room.
not first, but yes.
Do you
Yeah,
try
I'm
to
not
close the
first either.
Do you try to close the door behind you, or are you guys just rushing in looking for an alcove?
I am not touching this door. It is very sticky.
Do any of you?
No, I think Eva probably rushing first.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Now Jeeves is still about, right? Can I have just Jeeves close the door behind
Yeah,
us?
you can try to have Jeeves close the door, sure.
All right. Hop to it, Jeeves. Make yourself useful for once.
You try to get Jeeves to close the door. As you all rush in, Cesare, you go in first. Eva, you're second. Dirge, you're third, and Sardar, you're open. Now you're kind of in this space. As you look here, you can kind of see it's a little steep. So you have a moment where you can get yourself along the ledge of this giant bowl that is very steep and going into a giant hole in the ground. But along the ledge, specifically, Dirge, because you were asking, you can see that there are 4 alcoves. And in each of these alcoves, it looks like some kind of like weird statue or something is in them. And that's all you can kind of see. You see like 4 little alcoves with statues in them, and then a giant like bowl with a hole in the bottom that is very steep and kind of slippery.
Are all these statues of scary gargoyles, or is any of them of a attractive person?
They look similar to the mechanical creatures that you've been seeing as servants in the inn so far. They are tree-like, but still mechanical looking. But these ones in particular look not like they're made out of the same material. They don't look like they're made out of wood. They look like they're statues.
You know these are going to animate, right? You do know that. Is there enough room for us all to fit into one alcove, or do we need to pick one alcove each?
You could all fit into an alcove together. Sure.
One more question. From where we are now, is there any way for that boulder to come into this room?
Yes.
Like, is there an opening?
When the door gets smashed open, yes.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna move towards that alcove then. I'm moving right now. Yeah.
We just got to get out of the way, and then soon enough, it'll in the hole. So,
All right, Cesare, pick an alcove, any alcove. We'll follow.
Yeah. So like here we're looking at we're in the doorway right now.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the 4 alcoves in relation to us?
You're in the doorway. There's 2 alcoves on the left and right, or left, and then 2 alcoves on the right.
Cool. I'm gonna. How far away is any one alcove on the left or right? The closest one.
Probably like 60 feet, and then they're all like equally 60 feet apart from each other, probably.
Okay. And the closest one is 60 feet away?
Yes. From where you are in the entryway, yes.
Gotcha. All right.
If you go on a straight path along the side ledge, you could probably get there faster if you go through the center, but then you're going to be on a slope that like looks slippery and like it's going to go down into a giant hole in the middle of the room.
Let me check my equipment real quick. Who has rope?
Yeah.
Cool.
I left mine in the bedroom.
Can you take your rope? Can I get you to take your rope out?
Okay, yeah, so I take the rope out.
I'm gonna grab one end of it, and I'm gonna try and. How far away is it if I just go in a straight line towards the alcove?
Which alcove? Either. Oh, yeah. You want to go straight towards it? Probably 30 then. Like you could make it
30?
quicker. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna just jump towards an alcove.
Okay. From the entryway over to the alcove. Okay.
Yep.
30 feet.
I'm so happy to be wrong about the utility of your jumping, Cesare. So happy.
All right. Cool. That was a near perfect roll. That's going to be a 34.
You jump. What does it look like when you jump from the doorway all the way to this alcove? And the alcove itself can fit probably all 4 of you around the statue, but that's really it.
It looks like I just crouch down and then leap forward. At the height of the jump, I kick my legs forward to throw myself, get a little bit of extra momentum forward.
Okay. Make it. What's your plan now with this string, with this rope?
I wanted the rope in case I fell, honestly. I'm gonna wave them all over.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tie the end of the rope to the statue.
Okay. All right. You tie the rope to the statue, no problem.
I'm going to follow the rope hand over hand quite quickly to make it to where Cesare is. And when I get there, I say,
You're just going
that was
second?
beautiful. You were like a gazelle, antelope or something.
Dirge is going second. Who's going third and who's going fourth?
I'm still holding the other end of the rope,
Okay.
so I'll go last, and if anything happens, they can pull me up. Hopefully, please.
All right. Before any of that happens, Cesare, you're holding. You tie the rope around, and I'm guessing you're gonna like kind of hold on to the rope as well while you're looking over. Dirge grabs onto the rope and begins kind of quickly trying to make their way over there. And because you have the rope, that's not going to be a problem. But there's a whole nother problem, which is going to require you all to roll initiative.
Let's get it.
Four. Oh, sorry, 7. 4 plus 3.
7 from Eva.
16 from Cesare.
Ooh, nice. 16.
21 from
Ooh,
Dirge.
21.
21 from Sardar.
Nice. Which one of you has the higher dex?
It's probably you. I'm only at 14.
I'm at 10.
No.
Oh,
Not
You
that
wear
dex.
it well. I wouldn't have known.
Sardar will go first. I think I can auto roll. I can auto roll. That's awesome. All right. Start. Man, I rolled not so well. Dirge, you are first up. As what you see happening is that this creature, this statue that has the other end of the rope that you're holding onto, and you're making your way. You're almost up to the top. Like Cesare could like pull you up with their turn, but on your turn, you're not quite. You're kind of like swinging on this rope down this hole. You could see the hole down there. It's not a pleasant sight. As now the rope is moving, and maybe at first you think it's Cesare doing it, but you can hear what sounds like scraping metal on the ground, and it sounds like some kind of like creaking. And behind you, Cesare, you can see this construct kind of coming to life. It looks like those creatures that you guys have been seeing, but this one looks like it's maybe made out of some type of iron, and its eyes are glowing red, and you can see in between the crevices of the bark, the iron bark, it's red as well. And down in the bottom of this hole, something is swirling up. It's like a black mist that is kind of coming out of the hole.
Ugh.
And you hear the door slap, and it just swings wide open, and this ball comes flinging forward to the right-hand side and starts coming around the side, and it's coming towards Dirge as it swings around. It's going to take a little bit of time, but it is going pretty quick. It's going to kind of swing around. So you have multiple things happening at once. Dirge, what would you like to do?
Wasn't Sardar the closest one to the door as being
Sardar and Eva are like, I'm assuming you guys are like on this like side of the door. You see the door swing open, this ball come flinging out, but I'm assuming that you're not standing in the doorway, unless
No,
you
and
were.
and
Then
Jeeves.
I will gladly hit you all if you'd like.
No.
Jeeves
Yes.
probably, I would assume.
Jeeves
would
has
have...
1 hit point, and now you didn't hear him scream because he doesn't do that, but he has been obliterated.
Okay. If Jeeves is just standing there holding the door closed, then yeah, Jeeves got smashed.
Yeah. But you didn't see it, so you've been spared that at least. Don't worry, he'll be back.
Hey, it took a little bit momentum off that ball too, because the door was closed, right?
That's what I like to tell myself, but I think that's giving Jeeves a bit too much credit.
Sure.
So only one of these statues has animated, is that
Correct.
what I'm...
Correct.
So far.
So
All
far.
right.
And something is coming out of that hole, and it doesn't look great.
Yeah, not my first choice of strange substance to emanate from the bottom of a trapped room, but when do we get what we want? All right, I am going to cast mirror image on myself.
Ooh, okay.
And so 3 illusory duplicates, each one as ravishingly beautiful as me, appear around me. duplicating me and mimicking my actions. They're doing some of this to try to confuse this this tree guardian as to where I actually am. Yeah, and that is my action. I don't think I have any. Actually, let me see if I can take anything as a
mirror
bonus
image
action.
is your action, correct?
Yeah, that is my action. Let's see if I have a bonus action I want. And I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration on Cessair again, and we can just say that was my compliment about being like a gazelle. That was in fact Bardic Inspiration for you.
Ooh, okay. There you go. Note that you have that, Cessair. And that's your bonus action, right?
Yeah.
Cool. And you're just kind of on this rope. So.
Well, I'd like to keep. I'd like to use my movement to get up into the alcove if I can.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You can totally do that. You make your way up into the alcove next to.
All four of me.
Yeah, all four of you make your way up there. Sardar, now what would you like to do? You're next.
Cool. So is there another alcove, maybe, I guess, closer to me than the one that's all the way across?
I assumed that you two. So there's one here on the left of you and one on the right of you, right? Well, there's two, but those ones are.
Oh,
far.
there's two.
So we're not.
Okay.
There's four. So, but the other two are like on the other side of the room. They're not close to you. So I would assume that because the two of them are on the left, that you two were on the left side of the door, kind of like trying to make your way there. But you could totally be on the other side if you want to be. I just assumed you were all trying to get to the same spot.
Yeah, I was just clarifying that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm over there.
But you still have to make your way to the alcove. Now you can go the 60 feet around, right? You just shimmy your way around, or you can grab the rope and swing your way down, which you can do in one turn.
That's what I would like to do.
Potentially.
I'd like to try to swing around. Potentially.
Potentially.
What would that be?
That is going to be, you have the rope. You just have to take your turn to move and hold onto the rope and basically your action is it's kind of like an athletic. You're just climbing the rope, but because you have the rope, I'm not going to make you roll. You guys can climb a rope.
I'll focus my action on getting to the alcove for now.
All right, you make your way into the alcove. Now, Cessair is there, Dirge is there, and Sardar, do you want to be on the other side? So you're in a line type of thing?
Yes.
Right now? And then the creature's in front of you. Okay. And then it is going to be my turn. And on my turn, this creature pulls out a hammer from the side of its armor, and it is going to swing its way towards, I think probably Cessair, because you were there first.
All right, hit me.
We'll see how this goes.
Actually, I think the point is to not be hit.
Just to stare 1 round later, dead.
14 to hit? I think I don't actually hit you.
Nope. 14 misses.
Can I get another attack?
Please don't.
Oh, I seriously
Don't ask them.
I rolled a 14 again. Wow, that's crappy. And it's going to spin at the waist around it. You see kind of like the swirl of that, whatever that red stuff was in between the bark, the iron bark, starts spinning around it, and it looks like almost like it's like forming a disc around it. And each of you is going to have to do a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Oh, dang.
Pass.
Nice.
I'm going to use my luck.
Not you. You're Eva. You're the only one
I'm
that's
good?
not there. Yeah.
Oh.
You're not next to the creature. You're fine.
I'm not kidding. It's a nat 20.
What? Nice. Dirge?
It's just 26.
I rolled a 12. I'm trying to see if there's anything I can do to fix that, and I don't think there is.
Dirge is going to take 19 damage. The rest of you will take 9. You're taking half.
Did you say dex or con?
Dex.
Okay, yes, just okay.
Dexterity saving throw. As this disc kind of slaps you and like slashes the sides of you, depending on how tall you are.
Ow.
And next turn, it's going to be Cessair.
All right. As a bonus action, I'm going to use unsettling words. And I'm just going to lower its next save by a D10 roll. Its next save is going to be made with a -10 penalty.
Ooh, nice.
Oh god, I love this class feature. And I'm going to use dissonant whispers at the same time. So it has to make a wisdom save of 21 with a -10 penalty.
Oof, I don't think it's going to do that well. Is this what type of condition is this?
What do you mean?
Is it like a charm, exhaustion, frighten?
No.
Okay.
None of that.
Oh, no, I do not pass.
Cool. You're going to take 3d6 damage, psychic.
Ooh.
That is going to be a grand total of 9 points of damage. And since it failed its save, as a reaction, it has to move as far away from me as possible.
Okay, it only has a 20-foot movement speed.
There's a ledge.
Yeah, so it will move 5, 10. Okay. It's going to move, so it makes its way around, and I think that you guys get attack of opportunities on it if it moves out of your space, even if it's forest, right? So I think Sardar and Dirge, or no, Sardar gets attack of opportunity, but the rest of you are still close.
I've already used my bonus action, so, and if you do use your bonus action on an attack of opportunity, you don't have it for later in the round. So choose wisely if you want to get a cheap hit in, or if you want to save that for something else, I guess.
Well, your
Since you don't
reaction,
get the
right?
bonus action later? That's what you said?
No,
During
attacks of
turn.
opportunity use bonus actions, don't they? Oh, do
thought
they
it was
use
reaction.
reactions?
I thought he
It's
used the
reaction.
Reactions are different.
You're
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
you still only get one of those around. But
Yeah, you only get one
True.
around.
I'll take it.
But Sardar is moving out of your range.
Yeah, maybe not. It's like a, what is this? Math 12.
No, it doesn't hit it.
Yep.
You swing to try to hit it with your drumsticks, and you miss as it quickly, just like clunk, 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 makes its way around the side of the rim, away from your party. Not very far.
Okay.
It's like.
So this. Sorry.
Go ahead.
So yeah, if this is a reaction, I think I do want to use, and I have Warcaster, so I can cast a spell as my as an attack of opportunity. I just have to check and see if that is in fact a cantrip. If I'm limited to a cantrip.
While you're checking, I messed up my order. Could I have as a reaction to interact with an object, just cut the rope that I tied around its leg?
Yes, but then Eva can't get over there on the rope.
Isn't Starter still holding it?
No, I'm assuming
rope?
Sardar is not holding the rope.
Yeah, not any longer.
Yeah, and he
Oh,
attacked
shoot.
too, so I'm assuming he's not holding the rope.
Shoot. Okay.
I could always wild shape over because I am Bard Druid, so you don't necessarily need to worry about me with.
And you guys have been a party for a long time, so you would know what kind of things Eva has. So yeah, if you
Yeah.
want,
Okay.
I think cutting
I have a way to
it's
get
like an
across.
action to like cut the rope, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So instead of casting the spell, I would say you would cut the rope. But I'm assuming you wanted to do the spell.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So as my reaction for this attack of opportunity, I am going to conjure my Shadow Blade.
Ooh, yes.
So again, I flip my book open and I pull out this bookmark that turns into, this shadowy purple sword, short sword. And I'm going to attack this creature with it.
Yes.
So let's see. I have to find because I get a bonus to it. I wish they'd let you just list the Shadow Blade as one of your attacks.
It should.
Maybe I have to find a way to do that. But it is...
Yeah, let's see. Shadow Blade. I see what you're saying.
Okay. I'm actually going to use a higher level spell slot to cast it as well. I think I'm going to use a 5th level spell slot for it, which will make it a 48 damage when it hits.
Ooh, nice.
But first I've got to roll a hit with it, which I think I don't get any extra bonuses for it, so it should be the same as my short sword. Just different damage.
Yeah, so actually, on here, if you go to the spell list, you can hit the button that says 2d8 if you're just trying to do the damage from it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Then I think if you do a spell slot, it'll remove it from. It'll count it as the spell being used.
Gotcha. Well, it lasts for a minute.
Button that's on the left-hand side.
Okay.
I think like that. Right.
I just rolled to hit, basically, with a short sword, which has the same properties as what I'm using. So that's it, a 25 to hit.
Oh, you hit, yeah.
All right. So if I go to Shadow Blade at 5th level...
You're going to do 40? 48?
Yeah, so I should click that. That is...
Psychic damage.
Yeah, 12 points of psychic damage.
Ooh, nice. It takes 12 damage. Doesn't seem to like hinder it drastically, but you do see it kind of stumble a little as it's moving forward. And then it is in the center of the room. The swirling kind of formulates into what looks like a large shadow-like creature, and its gown seems to encompass the hole at the bottom, and it looks like it's floating in the center of the room, and its large arm kind of goes out, and it is going to point towards, I guess. So Sarah, you're the one who woke it up, so it's gonna point at Cessair, and it kind of like gazes into you. This looks like some kind of like weird mushroom-looking like creature as it gazes into you, and you must succeed a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Pass.
Nice.
Thank
You
God for
pass.
advantage.
By how much do you pass?
2.
Okay. You all right. Okay. You're good. It can't do this to you again for 24 hours. So good.
Cool.
Good on you.
Cool.
For saving. Beyond that, it is also going to do one more thing because it has legendary actions, and that's fun. Okay. It also springs out from it these shards of like little tiny mushroom pieces and like flings them all around the room into all of the areas. And actually some of them do hit that boulder that's swinging around. So the boulder does catch a few of them, but some of them do hit. And I think this is going to probably hit Sardar and Eva as it swings around in this kind of a shape that it's got going. And you will need to make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
You said 16?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
7.
You are... One of these little shards gets right into your eye, Eva, into one of your little stars, and you are blinded. Until
15.
the end of the creature's next turn. And same with you, Sardar. The two of you are blinded until the end of the creature's next turn.
They're just there going like, wait, is there something in my eye? Check, is it still in my eye?
I don't know. Is there something in my eye?
No, you help me out here.
Just this large chunk. Is it in my eye? I can't tell. Is it in my eye?
It's just moving around everywhere they look in the shot.
And with that, you can't see, and you automatically fail any ability checks that require sight, as well as attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So you have disadvantage on your attacks. The creature has advantage on you because you're blind. And now it is Eva's turn.
She drops all of her plans of what she was going to do before. She's going to use her spiritual focus to do Tales from Beyond. So she's going to reach out to the spirits to tell their tales through. Since she can't see, she's just going to sing, I guess. So I guess I'll roll a d12, and basically it should affect... oh, wait. Huh. No! It's a creature that I can see before me! No! All right, I'll just I'll use a good old bardic inspiration. Oh no, I think I still have to see and pick a target for that. No, that hears you. One that hears you. Haha. I will use a bardic inspiration then and just start singing sea shanties and pirate songs and mostly sea shanties to do about only having one eye and how unfair it is that the seagull took their spare one, sort of things.
I love it. Dirge is getting one with the deep, dark, creepy dungeon.
I don't know why it did that. It somehow has gone to one of my virtual backgrounds, but I need to turn that off.
It's okay. Sing the sea shanty.
Oh goodness.
No, I mean, what? You don't have to sing it out loud if you don't want to. What does this do exactly? Or are you just bardic inspiration?
Just bardic inspiration. Yeah, just bardic inspiration.
Who?
Where is it? I gotta get it to click. Go on. Okay, it's not wanting to click, but basically... Why is it not clicking? I don't know how to do this.
Well, who are you giving bardic inspiration to? Is what I'm asking.
Oh, I guess because I can hear that Sadar is also having troubles, I'll actually pass it on to Cessair.
Okay. Cessair.
As long as Cessair is 60 feet within me.
All right. That's one of your bardic
I
inspiration.
already have bardic inspiration currently on me from Dirge.
It's true.
Then I will send it to Dirge.
Dirge, there you go. All right.
One good inspiration deserves another.
Bardic inspiration each other. So that is a bonus action. What do you want to do with your action?
With my action, I will... Oh, can I maybe try this? I don't think I need to use sight. Can I use my starry form of an archer for my action? It doesn't say that I need to see. It just says that I turn into the form of a constellations of an archer, hurling a luminous arrow at a target within 60 feet.
It'll be at disadvantage, but yes, you can.
Cool. We'll do that then. 1d8 plus 4. Roll, please. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 9.
9 to attack?
It's oh, bugger me. I'm so sorry. I had like my turn all lined up. You never know when you might be blinded. Oh, where did the 20 go? I don't want 2 20s.
You do a ranged spell attack. So what was your attack? first.
Oh, my attack was 9. It was the 5. Or it's 3. The 3 is what I'm getting. I'm so sorry. My brain is going completely gobbledygook
A 3
right
is
now.
not going to hit.
No. So because of the blindedness, you see like a random celestial arrow just fly off into a random area on the map. Just while singing a pirate shanty.
It does look pretty, but it doesn't hit anything. And it is going to be Dirge's turn. Do you know you do have bardic inspiration?
I do. So are there 2 enemies now? Like I said, a shadowy thing in the center?
Yeah, there's a big shadowy thing in the center that looks like a weird mushroom shadow, and in front of you actually is what looks like an iron construct.
All right. The environment, does it count as dim light at this point because of
It's dark.
shadow
yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So
The only
that
light
means
that's in this room is Eva.
that's good. All right. So I have advantage on my attack rolls with my Shadow Blade because of that. So I am going to attack with that, and I have advantage. But I am going to. I may have to use my bardic inspiration. Let's see what the result is first.
Okay.
But I'm attacking the construct
construct.
thing, the initial one that we are attacking. So let's
Makes
see.
sense.
Let's roll that with advantage.
It's also right in front of you. Ooh, 23.
All right.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, so I'm going to hold on to that bardic inspiration. But I am going to use Green Flame Blade along with my normal attack. And I am also going to use Psychic Blades along with that as well, which I can use once per round.
Nice.
So that is going to be, let's see, I think it's 5d8. 5d8 for the Shadow Blade, right? Because I have that at 4d8 for the Shadow Blade, another 1d8 for the Green Flame Blade, and then 3d6
Oh my god.
for the Psychic Blades added to it. I'm just basically just summoning all of this energy, arcane energy, into the blade and just trying to stab it into this.
And this is casting Shadow Blade?
It is Shadow Blade. I'm using the Shadow Blade that I conjured at 5th level, and I am casting Green Flame Blade as my attack using it. It does the weapon's normal attack plus an additional 1d8. And then I'm dumping Psychic Blades, my College of Whispers ability onto it. So let me get that. I had the dice thing all set up and I canceled it instead of rolling it.
Yeah, Green Flame is your cantrip.
Okay, so that now we can roll. Oh, that's a lot of dice. So it should be 34 points of damage to this construct.
Ooh.
Now the other enemy, the shadow creature, is not within 5 feet of the construct, is it?
No.
All right, so sadly it won't leap over to that. Yeah.
Well, how many feet?
5 feet.
Okay, yeah.
It only leaps 5 feet, but
It's not. I was wondering if something else was 5 in the air, but no.
No.
Cool. Anything else? I think that's your...
no, that's it.
All right. Whew. All right, Sardar, you're up next. The statue looks really messed up now. It's looking worse for wear. Some of the plated armor on it that look like bark has fallen to the ground, and you can see more of this red goop that was kind of like keeping that on is kind of like congealing and dripping off of it.
I can see this.
Yes.
What about the blindness?
Oh yeah, never mind. You can't see that. Everyone, you can't see this. This
I
is
was
true.
like, okay, great.
You are blind.
Okay.
You probably heard some metal fall off of something to the right of you.
Okay.
You heard a ratchet and a clank.
Yeah, you heard a ratchet and a clank.
All right. How far away from that? How far is that away from me? If I can tell with hearing.
15 feet away from you because it had to run away. Because Cesare made it run away, so it's kind of far away from you.
I don't have that many options here. My spells won't do anything here. Can I, with one drumstick like extended, like try to just like swing wildly in that direction?
I mean, you can. Definitely can try.
Is anyone else near me? Like,
yes.
Everybody else left, right?
No.
Oh, I thought they moved out. No, I'm not doing that then. Screw that.
The person next to you is Cesare, and then Dirge is on the other side of Cesare.
Okay,
Please
forget
don't
that.
hit me.
And then the creature's like 10 feet in front of Dirge.
I'm not doing that. I thought we were in a different spot. Excuse me.
You're fine.
I don't know. I'm just going to try to just hide out. I don't know.
You could try to hide. You can't really see. You could take the dodge action. So if something comes and tries to hit you,
I'll try to dodge.
Dodge it.
If I can.
It would probably be a disadvantage because you can't really see. But maybe you're just intensely listening or something. You know.
I'll say that's what he's trained on.
Or you could feel along the wall and make your way towards the clanking. I mean,
he's not even going to try that. He's going to stay where he is and just try to really focus his hearing on what's going on around him in an attempt to potentially dodge next time.
Okay. All right. The statue. Now, does it need to do a save again, or is that just for until the end of its turn or end of your turn?
It was only once.
Okay, once. It turns around. It is not happy. Dirge, you're right in front of it. It's going to move 10 feet to make its way right in front of you. And as it does this, first I need to see if this comes back. Oh, I rolled the wrong dice. Oh, it does not come back. But it does take out its hammer, and it's going to try to hit you a couple times. Smack you a little bit. Ooh. 24 to hit?
Well, first I have to determine if it's hit me or one of my 3 duplicates.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
So I roll a d20 here. And I got a 9. I needed a 6 or more because I have 3 duplicates. That is, if that hits, it's hit a duplicate.
Okay, hit a duplicate. And then 19 for the second hit.
The other one is gone. Let me roll.
Gonna get rid of those. Get them out of here.
Okay, that one will possibly hit me. Let's see. It was a 19. Yeah, that does hit me. My armor class is 15.
I hit something. Okay. Doesn't hit for that much.
Let me look and see
9
if it's destroyed this.
9 slashing damage. And you are knocked prone.
Hold on just a second.
Onto the ground, sir. And it is going to be Cesare's turn.
Is that mushroom thing have any kind of armor on it?
It looks like it's made out of shadow.
That's a bummer.
All very cool when it's not fighting you, but still.
Okay, sure. Is the construct and the mushroom within 40 feet of each other?
Let me see.
I remember you saying that
60 feet.
60 feet? Son of a. Okay. Shoot. Okay,
Oh, are you gonna do some kind of AoE thing?
Yeah, I got one AoE
nice.
thing I can do. Okay. I am going to use let's see here. Bardic Inspiration to use Unsettling Words on the mushroom shadow.
Ooh, okay.
And I am going to actually no, wait a second. I am going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip and sorry, looking at the range. Yeah, I'm gonna hit both the construct. No, I can't. Sorry, I'm learning the upcast of the spell for the first time. I am so sorry. I'm gonna hit.
I really discombobulated you all. You're all like, "What am I doing?"
It's just the distances of this room is messing with me because you said that the shadow thing, the shadow thing was in 30 feet, or rather 10 feet of Sardar.
No,
Sadar?
the shadow is not 10 feet. That was
Okay.
the construct is within.
Okay,
Now it's
cool.
even closer.
And then I'm going to Tasha's Mind Whip the mushroom thing and hope my allies can kill the construct. But I'm going to reduce its next save by a D10. It's
You're
going to take
casting the
minus
level
9.
5 spell, the Precious Mind Whip.
No, but it doesn't do any more damage when it goes up to a higher level.
No, it is a level 5 spell. Tasha's Mind Whip.
No, Tasha's
a
Mind Whip is a second level enchantment.
Oh, I think it's showing up on both sides for me. I see, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip, a second level spell. I'm going to hit it. It has to make a DC 21 intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
With a -9 penalty.
It says 20. It says 19, or do you have a plus to it?
+2 because I'm holding my instrument. It doesn't ever
okay.
register on the actual save stuff.
Okay. And this is for
Intelligence.
intelligence. 17?
Fails.
Ooh, okay.
3d6 damage. Can take 6 points of psychic damage. Can't take a reaction till the end of its next turn. And on its next turn, it can only take 1 move, 1 action, or 1 bonus action. It only gets 1 of the 3.
Okay, 1 move, 1 bonus action.
Or 1
and,
action.
And it has a -10 to its save, so actually it definitely failed. Because of your previous thing that you did to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it can't move.
It only gets 1 of a move, an action, or a bonus action.
Move, action, bonus action.
You've got to pick.
All right.
Your options are very limited.
I mean, I'll make it work. It's fine.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
All right. Anything else you would like to do, Cessair?
That's all I can do.
All right. It is going to be the big fungal creature in the center of the room. And it is...
Big fungus.
Yeah, big fungi.
Among Us.
Fungi.
Die
It
fungus.
is going... It looks like the shadow fist comes swinging forward and is going for Sardar. Do I have to... Yeah, I do have to roll. 29, a crit.
That hits.
You're gonna take 23, 27 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Plus
Ooh. You can't even see. You're just hitting him.
20 necrotic damage.
No fair. All right. Got it.
And then you must succeed on a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Nat 20, 26.
I won't tell you what could have happened to you.
You are on fire today, London.
Dude, these dice, dude. This one in particular.
So you're the other thing does not happen to you. Damn. That's okay.
Excuse me.
That's okay. And then,
Yeah, how disappointed she is. That's the sound of a sad dungeon master.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll find other things.
Wow.
And how many action points do I have left? I think I have 1 more.
Tell me how you really feel, okay?
And it is going to. It does not like Cessair, and what Cessair has been doing to it. Its friend. So it is going to try to cast something else on you. You are going to have to make a wisdom saving throw. What's the DC on this? I know, it's probably something you're good at. You have to, it's a 19, DC 19.
I'm gonna use that bardic inspiration now.
Go for it.
Oh, thank God. 21.
21. You save on a success. The spell ends on the target. Okay. So it does not happen. Damn. Okay. It tried. Eva, it's your turn now.
Oh,
Hey.
the blindness ends, doesn't it?
Yes, the blindness now. You're no longer blind, Eva, and neither are you, Sardar, now that its turn has ended. You can see again. The shard dissipates in like plops out of your eye, like there's a little mushroom that kind of falls out of your eyeball.
Annoyed, Eva's going to like point at the damn thing and cast Guiding Bolt with all her like might. She's going to use it at 3rd level. She's real man.
Are you doing it at the shadowy creature or the other?
Shadowy creature's the one that's got more health currently, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
No one has
yeah.
hit the shadowy creature yet.
So yeah, she's at the shadowy creature. I will cast Guiding Bolt.
Other than yes, you're right, sorry. You did no.
I swear my cast button is not working, but that's okay. That's okay.
Poor artist always blames their tools.
There we go. Did it work? No. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to use D&D Beyond. I'm trying to cast it and it's using all the spell slots, but it's not actually like casting.
Oh, it doesn't actually do it from there. So on your sheet, what are you trying to cast
Oh.
exactly?
Guiding Bolt at a 3rd level.
For that, now if you hit the cast button, that'll add it to like how many slots, and then
Got
on the
you.
right hand side it has a +8. Click that +8 button,
Oh, okay, so I can just push that one.
and then the damage is right next to it, and you click the damage button next if you hit, or you can do both.
Can I use my luck to try that one again? I have one more left.
Go for it. Your 3rd lucky.
Hey, that's a bit better. 17.
17 hits. Oh wait, you're hitting the big creature? Yes, it does hit.
All right. Let's send off this bolt, which is 23 damage.
Ooh, nice.
Shooting stars just start.
Very nice. Yeah, stars just start flinging into this creature. And actually, you see where the stars hit, holes form, because it's like radiant damage. Holes form within this shadowy creature, and it slowly closes in, but little holes just where your stars went through, just still see them. That looked like it did a lot more damage than anything else.
You're positively radiant, Ava.
Yeah. Looked like it did more damage than you were expecting. Like you were expecting it to do damage, but it did even more. All right. And now it is your turn, Dirge.
All right, I'm going to try to finish off this construct again with another green flame blade, shadow blades combo
for it.
with the psychic blades in it. So first I roll to hit with advantage. Let's see.
You don't hit.
I actually want to use my bardic inspiration
Ooh, go
at
for
this
it.
point, which I have banked. So I'm going to add that to it and see if that helps. That brings it up to
It does.
19.
You hit.
Yay!
Yay.
All right, so now it's time to get that big dice pool again. It's 5d8 and oops. 5d8 and 3d6.
Ooh.
So yeah, that is 29 damage.
What type of damage is that?
4d8 of it is psychic, 1d8 of it is fire,
Okay.
and the 3d6 of it is psychic.
Okay. Yeah. Tell us how you kill this.
So the shadow blade, I go like I'm gonna stab it with one of my hands, and then right before the blade looks like it's gonna make contact, it looks like it disappears, and then it turns out that was actually one of my duplicates and not me, and then I'm behind and I just shank it with the actual attack.
And you see the pieces like kind of fall off of this construct, and in the ground, at the ground, is just this pile of like red goop on the ground, and it looks like it's just like congealing. It's kind of gross. The center of the room. Oh, sorry.
I still have a bonus action though, and I'd like to
it.
give bardic inspiration to Sardar.
Sardar, you have bardic inspiration. In the center of the room, that giant ball that was swirling around, it has now made, because it's round 3. No one went in there, so it didn't really affect you guys. I wasn't gonna just talk about it, but it's been spinning around, going down, and now after the 3rd round, it makes its way to the bottom of the hole, and you see this shadowy mushroom creature kind of envelop around the ball and go into the hole, and the ball kind of sits there for a moment, and then after a little bit of time, you just hear it go, and it falls down into the ground, into the hole, but you never hear it hit anything or splash. It just falls through the hole, but it takes a moment for it to jiggle itself into there.
It just falls forever.
You don't know.
That's a fair assumption.
You don't know where it went. You could just assume it falls forever, and you're out of combat. And that's where we're gonna end today's episode. That was 2 hours. It felt like it went by really fast. I actually looked over and I was like, oh my gosh, the time has gone by so fast.
Time flies when you're having fun.
For sure. I'm not going to tell you anything else because I don't know what you're going to do after this, so we'll see what happens. But there's a lot of potential things that could have happened depending on how you interacted with that room. But with that, let me go to the end. We hope that you all enjoyed today's episode. We're on episode 3. We're almost to the halfway mark. This is going to be about an 8-episode campaign unless people fall in love. I don't know. We'll see. I know the chat was like, oh, I love their character chemistry. It is pretty funny. But with that, thank you all so much for joining us today, and of course to our lovely cast. But before I let my cast say where you can find them at, because they do not only amazing things here, but also they have a lot of projects of their own that they work on all over the internets. I just do want to remind you all that we are close to unlocking our Todd Stashwick's NPC location and item stretch goal on thebardbook.com. So definitely go over there, check it out. And of course, we also have stretch goals coming up featuring Han Cholo, Critical Bard, and Mitch Iverson, as well as David Blue. So if you want to see any of that, gotta hit those stretch goals, man. And of course, don't forget to tune in right here, twitch.tv/GildingLight. Smack that follow button so you don't miss out on Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific for a new episode of A Song in Heart. I feel like we actually didn't have as much singing today, but we had some intense combat. We got a lot of singing last episode. You'll have to go watch that if you're interested in checking it out. Today we'll go around this way. Alcuin, where can people find you at when you're not casting shadowy darkness and kill stealing all the monsters?
I mean, that's everywhere. That is me IRL. But I'm on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram as Different Elves. That's different_elves. Yeah, and you can see me here. I'm also frequently a guest on Rag and Bone, which is a survival horror Outbreak Undead game run by Noxweiler, Burf, and with some other friends of mine who are players. You can see that on twitch.tv/Hunters Entertainment.
Awesome. And we have London. London, what are you up to when you are not getting blinded by mushrooms and, you know, just screaming at your party to unlock doors faster?
When I'm not doing that, I am busy summoning the Eldritch Beyond. So you can find me at London Carlisle on Twitter, Instagram. Also at Spot Hidden Show on Twitter, where I run Spot Hidden, a Call of Cthulhu actual play. I will be running a new campaign starting on Saturday with Roll For It. We're also going to be playing some Call of Cthulhu, so I'm super excited for that. So tune in for that all this month. If you're into some of the spooky times, I'm your dude for it.
I love spooky stuff. It's my fave. And of course, we have Madame Gandalf. What are you up to when you are not being, a starry figure in the world?
Well, at the moment, we're currently celebrating a whole month of mayhem, and so because of 1 year as a Twitch partner.
Yay! Congrats.
Hey, so we've been doing a lot of chaotic games. Every day is being treated like a celebration, but we do gaming, cooking, singing, TTRPGs, a little bit of everything at my Green Dragon Tavern. So yeah, come on by and have a drink on me, and you can also find me doing some D&D over in different spots. Just follow the Twitters and you'll be able to see where that's going.
Perfect. And of course, last but not least, we have HTTPaladin. What are you up to when you're not, I guess kind of just swinging stuff around everywhere? Rope,
Yeah,
your weapon.
yeah, kind of pretty much.
Your foot.
Hi. Hi, I'm HTTPaladin. You can find me on Twitter under HTTPaladin. You find me on Instagram, but I don't really do much there, so please don't. I've got a Kickstarter coming out next month called Incantations. All kinds of weird spells that take a lot more from their cast to pull off. And this Friday starts out my stream Tompo Season 2 at Rock Punch ATL, where I'm running a campaign with Seer Sword, Critical Bard, Joshua Simons, and Latia Jaquise, using the Aladasina Una, a book I co-directed.
Ooh, awesome. And of course, you can find me at Margaret Krohn. I'm Margaret Krohn in all of the places. I do lots of things on the internet, many games. I'm pretty much doing something every single day, or I have content that comes out every day. So if you're interested in checking that out, follow me there to get all of the updates on where I'm at, because I'm on a lot of different channels. And I will be starting up like an adventure vlogging series if you're interested in checking that out as well. And for my day job, I make video games. I'm currently working on a project called Ashes of Creation, and you can find it at Ashes of Creation in all of the places if you're interested in that. And we are going to bid you all farewell for episode 3. But we will see you next week for, of course, another episode. Tune in right here for The Mystery of Melody and find out what happens next. Toodles.